You can use it otherwise as well. So if I go to home here and I just draw some circles, all different sizes. And go back to here, I can do a couple of things. I can go concentric, and I can choose that one, and then I can choose that one. And it makes those two holes, two circles, concentric. They won't move apart. I was dimension, but they will stay on the same centre line, which may be my design into. I can also go and say that one is equal to that one, and then that one is equal to that one, and end up bringing my design into across that way. So that's the parametric and geometric constraints. What I'm going to do now is bring in another drawing, and this is a PDF. This drawing was an overlay to a PDF. If you've gone to looking to buy a new house, you go to some of these exhibitions, and this is just a local company, Plantation Homes. They do houses locally. I don't know if anybody's ever gone to Plantation Homes, seen them, gone to these things. You go in, they've got walls of designs all over the place, and you look at those and oh yeah, quite like that. You take a couple of plans away, and you look at the plan, and you go on their website, and you find a PDF file of that. You can download it either as a hard copy or as an electronic file. It's a PDF document. This has been downloaded as a PDF document. What's special about it? All I needed to do was to work out what a distance would be and what that's come in as an electronic document and scale that up accordingly. So now my PDF underlay there is true to size. Because no matter what anybody ever tells you, you draw one-to-one. So I'm not going to say you should draw anything different. And if anybody wants to argue that with me, I'm more than happy to debate that. So, with this in mind, what I can do, I can trace around this, and I can use my snap settings underneath. Make sure, and let's face it, it's just a plan. I'm not going to actually build to this, but what I can do, I can get a really close idea of what my drawing is going to be. And I can draw around this using my snap settings. If I go to a corner, it will come up and say PDF. So it's using that, just change the layout there. So, interior, I'll draw a line, choose that point there, it says PDF endpoint, and I can go around here, like so. And I just carry on. And I've done that with most of the drawing there already. And that's the PDF underlay. Now there's one other thing I want to show before I go on to the AutoCAD at home, is this isn't unique to 2010. It's been out there for a couple of releases, and it's the integration of AutoCAD into Google Earth. Anybody used it, seen it? Anybody not know about it? It's not inside AutoCAD, it's not built into this particular release. What you can do is go onto their website, and we will have a link on our website if you ever want to go to this. And what happens is you download a little package, bring it into your AutoCAD, and it gives you another, I don't know if anybody's done the CUI, it gives you another workspace and a set of icons. So I've downloaded it obviously already, and I put it in, and I've got a workspace that has got this in. Just bring it across. There. And as you can see also, just to try and convince you can do this, I've put the ribbon and toolbars together. So don't be afraid. And in this instance, I've got my drawing. I've drawn all that. What I'm going to do is just take off my X-ref at the moment, unload that. I don't need it anymore. So I won't attach it or anything, I'll just unload it. That's my drawing, that's my DWG drawing, and my UCS icon down here shows me 0,0. click this little area here. There's my name of my reference that I'm going to create. I go next. I leave those. I just want all the model entities. I don't want to be choosy. I'm going to allow everything. And now I come into an area where there's my DWG location, 0,0. And then I've got a latitude and longitude, which is based close to here. And you need to be accurate. When you go into Google Earth, if you're using a Google Earth longitude and latitude, it will give you in degrees, minutes, seconds. There are some good websites where you can convert that into decimal. And you need to be, well, I've got 5 decimal places. If you can be slightly more, you'll need. You can't do it with 2 decimal places. You'll end up 100 metres down the road, if not further. You need to be 5 at least. Then you also decide on your orientation where north or where Y is in relation to north. You go next. You can decide if you're slightly off ground, if you're not slightly level. And you save that, publish it. And you publish that file, it gets put into the directory. And in this instance, I'm going to view that file. We're not connected to the internet, so we'll get a few little warnings. This is what save locally. So this is zoom in to where that file is. So you've got a block of land, and you think, well, will that house fit on that block of land? And that is your PDF document loaded in that particular coordinate. And you can then go around and see what that looks like. Rotating around, all the usual pieces. And then as your house gets built, and you start to use a 3D environment, you can then decide, well, actually, I will see what that house fits as a 3D house. And you can then go and use an AutoCAD 3D drawing just to zoom around and see what your environment is. This isn't new to 2010. It's there. It is not used that much, but I would suggest you go and look at the labs area, come to our webpage and find it. It's quite useful. Right, so that concludes 2010. We've only got a short while before your pizza, so if you any questions, okay, you can say afterwards.
With the underlays, can they work with different images? Apart from PDFs, like TIFFs as GIF files?
You can put images on it, yes.
Okay, yeah, good.
With your parametric dimensions, if you save back to an earlier version, just say you use constraints of equal, make the 2 sides equal, when you come back here, then have to dimension the whole of that side.
Sorry,
so when you bring something that you've done with parametric dimensions,
yeah,
and you put constraints on them, say equal constraints on 2 sides of say the square.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you save it back to an earlier version, just say you need to do that for a client.
Right, yeah.
Okay, it's going to lose those parametric information. Okay, we'll still hold the side, but you would have to then obviously put dimensions on.
I'm not 100% certain, but I will check that and let you know that. Yeah.
With the parametrics, can you divide an object parametrically? Say you've say you got a rectangle, you want equally spaced holes between, say, 75 millimetres apart around the outside of a
PCB or something?
Yeah, and then expand the size and it'll increase the number of holes, or?
Well, actually, the other part of what they can do, what you can do with the parametrics is you've got dynamic blocks.
Yes.
Okay? You can use the same parametric technology, the constraints and the equal size and all that, and put those into dynamic blocks as well. So you would use probably a combination there of the dynamic blocks and the parametric technology to.
So you can do that.
So you can
change the outside and change the number of holes.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can probably link that more to a dynamic block as well.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now.